Volunteerism has become a part and parcel of society and is truly unimaginable to think of a world without it. The possibilities of volunteering are endless, and volunteers are a vital part of all communities. Volunteering imbibes in others a spirit of generosity and is a positive chain that goes around making the world a happier place for everyone. The free Harambee spirit emerged immediately after independence and was based on the same simple concept of communities joining hands to solve their local, individual, and common problems.
As much, the Tanzanian spirit of the Jaman is what we are talking about. The old Harambee spirit in this country, that winning spirit is really what we are talking about.
In Kigali, Rwanda, volunteer action is alive. The last Saturday of the month is a compulsory cleaning day that everyone takes part in, including the president. This promotes teamwork and gives everyone a personal stake in the beauty, progress, and success of their city. Back home, various situations have seen Kenyans unite in the Harambee spirit. From disasters such as bomb blasts, drought and famine, to individual needs, Kenyans extend a helping hand. Such volunteer and display of the Harambee spirit drives Kenyans as a country.
Thank you for proving that we can rise above our differences.
The increasing youth challenges is aggravated by, among other things, the global development, including globalization. Poverty and effects of unemployment has adverse impact on youth development.
More than half of the population of these countries are youth. There's a lot of unemployment.
Young people, get up. We got to change the mindset of Kenyan young people.
We must change their attitude, so that they stop looking at volunteerism as something that they have to be paid for.
Kenyan cannot be fed all the time. They must feed themselves and make sure that they build the country.
For this reason, the African Conference on Volunteer Action for Peace and Development will take place in Nairobi at the United Nations headquarters on July 2nd to 4th, 2012. The conference seeks to strengthen the role of volunteer action in achieving critical development outcomes related to youth.
This conference, main important thing is that this will revive, this will remind the youth and all of us what is our responsibility towards society.
The conference seeks to strengthen the role of volunteer action in achieving critical development outcomes related to youth. Such include economic and social participation, the environment, health, and positive peace.
It is long overdue, and that we support it 100%, and that we will be actively involved all throughout this process in the establishment, the ultimate establishment of a peace and service corps throughout East Africa.
The conference brings together players in the public and private sector and aims at creating a platform where comprehensive policies and strategies will be developed.
The idea of volunteerism is a high time now we rethink it, and of course we are in a different era from what the country was many years back.
Volunteerism plays a critical role in shaping lives. The youth who have been largely accused of participating in violence will now be open-minded to channel their austere energies to peace and development initiatives.
When the Secretary General of UN, Ban Ki-moon, assumed his second term in office earlier this year, he had three major focus areas on youth. The UN volunteers, he said, has to be responsive to the needs of youth of the world today.
While the idea of volunteerism is welcomed, there is a need to rethink in terms of political structures, specifically involvement of all stakeholders, in order for volunteer engagement to be successful.
So what we need to do is to repackage volunteerism so that it is acceptable to our people.
It is largely expected the conference will result into solid frameworks for volunteer work.
In this conference, we are going to try to bring up give information about all these organizations which do exist. And we are trying to have a common way of approaching volunteerism.
We can have a formula of volunteership, but it is your responsibility, and again, it's also the spirit of your volunteership that can get in you and go for that information.
At community level, we say there is a volunteer office somewhere. So who wants to register there to become a volunteer? And you start in a small way. With the networks, it will work.
Full commitments to implement the declarations will be key in creating an enabling volunteer environment for the sake of the development of Kenya as a whole.
So we're hoping that after this conference, Kenya can, and also regionally, we come up with some kind of organized manner of volunteerism, like the US is doing. They have Peace Corps, UK has VSO, and various other countries. So the government must recognize that volunteerism is a very important aspect of national development and also of creating employability.
Please be a part of this game, and let's not leave it for one event. Right, day in and day out, please remain alive if you want to change Kenya. It cannot be changed otherwise. Thank you.